The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
You don't know how we flow on the Michael Colyar Show. Watch real close, tell your folks that it's Michael Colyar's turn.
Your television up a little bit, it's about to get ridiculous. He slips through in slick suits with the skits that hit true. How sick is this dude?
I say you don't have no idea how we do this here on the Michael Colyar Show.
Whoo! It's the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late. Hey, y'all, welcome back. It's another fantastic show. I'm very excited about the whole thing. You see I'm wearing my new hat. That's my new brim right there. You liking that?
That's fly.
Thank you very much.
Like
that's chocolate. The color is called chocolate.
I know a little bit about some fashion.
Yeah.
And that's
okay.
hot.
All right. Okay. Very little. No, I'm just joking. Okay. So, man, I'm excited about this whole week. I missed y'all. I'm glad y'all back this week. It's going to be really, really great. The whole show today is just popping. It's fantastic. First of all, I am wearing my hat to celebrate my new job. I just got a part on the show called Black Dynamite. I don't know if y'all saw. You remember the movie Black Dynamite? And now it's a cartoon on Adult Swim. I'm playing the character that was Arsenio Hall. Well, his character was Tasty Freeze. My character is Sweet Butter. Bitch, don't make me get greasy. Anyway, so I'm gonna go and do Sweet Butter. I do that today, in fact. So towards the end of the show, I'm gonna run out and go do that thing. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. I give myself a bell on that. So any work is good, and we're taking work. I do want you to know I am hireable. I do weddings, parties, divorce, hangover, Passover. I do a part in the phone booth if you promise to call. And I'm just happy to be here. The weekend was amazing, especially yesterday. Yesterday was particularly sweet. My lovely daughter, who actually turns 18 on Thursday, Yulani Rain Dawson Colyar, she graduated, and we got a chance to go to her graduation.
Oh,
and it was so nice, brother.
That's
it
nice.
was so and quick. They were efficient. They weren't playing. They got them in. They got them out.
Black school?
No, actually.
Okay.
In fact, what was shocking is how few. Well, it was a lot of Hispanics, mostly Hispanics, but how few black boys were there. That was kind of shocking. To see that there weren't more black boys in school, in that school. I didn't like that aspect of it. Yeah. But my daughter was the most beautiful of all the people. And I'm not just saying that. I ain't lying. I'm not just saying that because she my daughter. But she was beautiful. And she came off the stage first and went up and gave a high five to the teacher. And it was just great. And then what we got to do was really magical is we went back to her grandparents' house and her mom's house. And we all a family, because my Kelly is like a second mom to her, and so we all went and we had food and opened the gifts, and they cooked, man. They cooked. They had two types of ribs. They had barbecue ribs, and what's the other thing with the Jack Daniel? They had the Jack Daniel ribs, and they
barbecued
brisket, and they made chicken for me because they. No, I don't eat red meat, but I ate ribs.
He ate everything.
They say I don't eat red meat, but I was eating some ribs. I ate some of everything, Still working on this ideal of being on a diet. That ain't working out so well so far, but I'm still thinking about it, and everything's a thought first. So we did that, and we got a chance to talk to her and tell her how proud we are of her, and we toasted her with apple cider, with sparkling apple cider, and told her things about what the future should look like for her, and that we're there for her.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And that's what we need to do.
That's
we have
beautiful.
to encourage our youth and be there for them, let them know they're not on their own, because it's dangerous. It's crazy out. It's a cold, cold world. But it was so sweet. It was so beautiful. Everything's about family and God. And that's what we got a chance to experience yesterday, was a whole family and God moment, and to watch my beautiful baby, beautiful. Anyway, that was part of it. I'm still excited about that right now. The Black Dynamite thing, I'm very excited about that because my sweetie Kelly had never seen the movie, so we watched the movie this week for the first time. We watched it together, and
funny movie.
Funny, right?
Oh my God, I did not know that Buddy Lewis, the thing where he shows his little penis, the little tiny penises from the malt liquor shrinking up the. I thought that was amazing and hilarious. Oh, and as I see you over there, let me let you know there's phones. We got phones here, y'all. Y'all can call in during the show. The number is 323-965-1600. That's once again, that's 323-965-1600. Feel free to call in. Congratulations again, Yolanda. You did a great job. Before I go any further, we have our special guest who calls us weekly, and we love her. Miss Leonard's on the line. Hello, Miss Leonard.
Hello there, Mr. Collins. How you doing this evening?
I am doing fantastic. I'm sitting here reeling, over my daughter's
right
graduation.
There?
I'm very excited about that.
What you reel?
What you catch with your reel?
Oh, okay. What I catch with my reel? Oh, I can't get my thing to work over here. I just talk loud. I didn't. No, I said I'm reeling. Oh, thank you. No, I said I'm reeling over here from just the wonderfulness of going to a graduation and watching my daughter graduate from high school and do it so beautifully.
Oh, that's beautiful. I wish I'd have known I'd have baked her a pound cake.
You'd have baked her a pound cake. I can't wait to have one pound cake. She keep talking about the pound cake.
Sound good, right?
You got to mail one in to us. Just mail one here to the
I'll
station.
do that maybe before next week.
That'll be nice. Before next week. All right. You're going to have to send that ad mailed in.
Yeah.
And
now you got Judge Ephraim on now?
Yeah, Judge Mablean Ephraim used to do divorce court. She's going to be on here today. And
where's she at? I got a legal question for her.
Oh, she's not here yet. She doesn't come in for like another 30 minutes. And when she comes in...
I sent my coat to the dry cleaners and they use water on it.
They use water.
And I want to ask her if I can sue somebody.
That sounds like a lawsuit right there to me. If you went to the dry cleaners and they use water. Oh, my goodness. Well, I will ask her that question when she comes in today. Make a note, y'all. We got to ask.
Yeah, we'll make a note.
Mablean, can you get a lawsuit going on that one right there? How was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Nice. Well, you see, I'm sitting here with Andrew and Kelly, my co-host, and they doing their thing too.
How you doing, Miss Leonard?
How y'all doing? How y'all's people?
Oh, we're feeling pretty
Amazing.
good today.
That's
Happy Monday.
Good.
Well,
did y'all go to church yesterday?
Yes, ma'am.
I went to home church.
Oh, you did church at home?
Yeah.
It's like home school?
Oh, you was at Pillar Temple.
I watched TBN.
Oh, I watched Joel today, Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get it at home. As long as you don't leave the house.
That's what we call bedside Baptist.
Bedside Baptist. But we love you. We got such a full show. I'm going to have to rush you off the phone today, Miss Leonard. But please call us back next week.
Okay, Lord willing, I'll call y'all back.
And I'm going to be looking for that pound cake.
I'll be sending it, too.
All right, well, hold on. We'll make sure we get the address.
Okay.
All right, bye, Miss Leonard. That's Miss Leonard, y'all. We love
Miss
her,
Leonard.
man. She's fantastic. Wait, two quick things because I do want you to do this poem. You do a poem called E. I want to be a E. That I think is so amazing. I love that. Let me see. I had these 4 things I want to get out the way here. The shoot. We are shooting a sitcom that I created called Lee and Leroy about me and a little 10-year-old girl. And we've shot one segment. We only have 4 scenes. We shot one scene at the club, and it's fantastic. We just got the theme music today for it. It's off the chain. And so a couple of things we're looking for, and we want you to know that you can either contact me by my email, comicking123@AOL.com, or you can Facebook me and inbox me on Facebook under Michael Colyar, Colyar. We're looking for a place to shoot next Sunday. We need somebody's kitchen, a big kitchen with a table in it. If someone has a kitchen and a door comes in and out for people walking in and out of the house, if you got one of those and you want to have your kitchen immortalized on television, then contact us. We're going to hook you up. We ain't got no money. So if you ask what the budget is, the budget is $0. But we will clean up behind ourselves, okay? So contact me for that. Also, we're looking for fantastic children who are in the 5th and 6th grade. We need like nice size up to my shoulder type kids who can act in the school scene that we'll be shooting the following Tuesday. We will be shooting the kitchen scene on Sunday. So contact us if you have any leeways, any leerows into any of that. And I'll talk about my new book a little later. Right now, I want to go to my fabulous co-host here.
Hey, man.
Hello, how are you today?
Oh, amazing.
That's Andrew Tyree. And hello to my sweet Kelly down there. I love you, Mama. How you doing?
Love you.
Oh, you still fighting that cold, huh?
Yes.
Oh.
I have cooties from Chicago.
Oh, girl,
Chicago
I'm sorry.
cooties.
I brought them back.
Cooties.
I brought it and
back.
gave it to her, and I knew I had a cold coming, so I shouldn't even been on her like I was on her.
Well,
but I hadn't
you probably-
seen her in
you couldn't
6
help it.
days. I couldn't help
couldn't
it.
help
And
it.
I couldn't help it.
And you couldn't help
And
it.
we both
So
have
here
done
I
the
am.
antibiotics. I'm on the other side of man, almost. But she's still getting it. But she won't listen to me and flush. You got to keep on drinking.
Yeah.
Keep on drinking tea. Keep on doing the throat lozenge. Just go and go and go until you can't stand it.
Water until you can't stand it.
I
Yep.
did cough syrup.
You did cough syrup today.
I did cough syrup
I'm
before
very
we
proud of
left,
you.
and a couple throat lozenges.
But listen to you, Mama.
Yes.
Oh, I got to get you home and tuck you back in.
Yes.
Hey, let's go to Mr. Andrew Tyree, wordsmith, word juggler, artist, designer
Connoisseur.
of etymology.
I like it.
And I love you, brother. I love
you
what you
too.
do with words. And when you came to our show with your fantastic crew called Fiveology, this is one of the poems you did that just blows my mind. And I was wondering if you could share with us a poem called "I Want to Be an E."
Just once, I want to be your E. No, not the one that comes before F and G, nor the one that comes after C and D. No, I want to be your I, E. So that you will flow quietly across politically correct lines written about our differences in age to come see me. Yeah, I want to be on your mind. I want you to be the thinker, and I'll be the think E. I want you to be the reason people stop and ask, yo, is she okay? As your best friend calmly replies, yo, just let her be. She's thinking about her E. I want to be the chocolate to your sweet tooth craving, the answer to your maybe. I want to be your E, but just this once, I want you to approach me. I want you to watch me for 2 hours trying to figure out what the hell to say to me. I want you to pray to God that I have not had a bad day, or I don't have a girlfriend from my back home state, so that I won't dismiss ye or repulsively roll my eyes at thee. And then I want you to begin searching frantically through your purse to see if you brought enough money to quench the problem of me being thirsty. I'll take a Grey Goose and Sprite. Please, sounds unfair, right? But y'all want to climb the corporate ladder with me. Y'all wanted the same jobs on Wall Street. Is anything I can do, y'all could do better than me. Y'all wanted equality, the right to vote, equal pay for equal work, and for men to come home and take care of the babies. That's fine, but I just want to be your E. See, I'm tired of being the controller of every aspect of the relationship. To you run crying off to your friends talking about, oh, I'm so tired of him controlling me. Well, then let me be the control E. Yeah, I'll sit back and let you lead. I'll let you be the date setter-upper, and I'll be the setup E. I'll let you be the date picker-upper, and I'll be the pick-up E. Hell, you be the date payer. I'll be the payee. I'll just sit back looking at the menu trying to figure out what I want to eat. And when we get home sexually, I like to be pushed down and rubbed up. I'm going to look you straight in your eye and be kind of scared to give my shit up. I want to be tied down, cuffed, told when and where to give it up. And I want to be kind of mad at you because you kept getting yours off before I do. See, I'm tired of being the I want to be the E. I'm tired of being the chaser. I want to be the chasey. I'm tired of being the teacher. I want to be the teachy. I'm tired of being the pleaser. I want to be the pleasy. I'm tired of being the sexer. I want to be sexy. I want you to sex me daily. Hell no, hourly till I beg you to stop, please. I want your sexual appetite to crave me. And the confines of your erotica to enslave me. I want to be your E, your property, your commodity, your prodigy. But see, I'm tired of dealing with women who are not mentally as hot as me. So with all due modesty, honestly, it's going to take a grown-ass woman to handle me as an E. So for this project, I can settle for nothing younger than 30. Or 26. Or 23. As long as you're working on a degree. No, I said it. 30 plus is a must, because at that age, not afraid to let lust drive you, or a simple touch revive you. At that age, not afraid to wrap me up, kidnap me for the weekend, and send me back to work Monday tired. Yo, I want to glow. I want to smile with no control. I want my coworkers to be like, yo, dog, who is she? I want your coworkers to be like, girl, you must have got you a young tender piece of meat, sweep me off my feet, put me to sleep, infatuate me, make me cancel plans with friends at 4 because you called at 3, and don't for a second think that 30 minutes is too old for me because I wrote this when I was 22. Almost 23, but I know I got more new moves and stamina than that senior citizen company you keep, and I promise to please your entire body and intrigue your mind. Just don't go telling everybody, otherwise you'll find your friends waiting stalkerously outside of college graduation parties for friends of mine. So let's not corrupt the whole society. Matter of fact, Stella, get your groove back quietly, and let me be your E. Enough.
Woo! Come on, give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's Mr. Andrew Tyree, ladies and gentlemen. He wants to be your E.
That one was for Poetess right there.
And that was for Poetess right there. Hey, Poetess on the ones and twos. She said she'll take it. Yeah. And we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back. What you going to say, Mama?
I said it's getting hot in here.
Ain't it, baby? I got to get you home. Okay, we'll be right back. It's the MIchael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late. And we're black. It's the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late. And sitting here with us now is Lisa Padilla. And Lisa, the young lady with you is?
Tony Angelade.
Tony Angelade. And this is a very serious segment of our show where this young lady is missing. We have her daughter is missing. And she's been missing since when, like March 22nd?
March 2nd.
March 2nd.
Yes.
And now, I want you to I'm just going to let you just tell me the story. No, you tell me the story. Let Mama just relax for a moment. You tell me exactly the story.
Terry Lynn Monet is my cousin, and Tony Angelade right here is my first cousin. And her daughter went missing on the 2nd of March. Terry Lynn was a resident here, and I'm not going to say is a resident of Long Beach, California.
Okay.
And she wanted to be a school teacher. Right. And Louisiana, New Orleans is our hometown where our parents was raised. Terry Lynn wanted to be a school teacher, and they were looking for teachers in Louisiana. She went there. She became a teacher, 2nd grade school teacher.
Right.
And she was nominated Teacher of the Year. She went out to celebrate being nominated Teacher of the Year and have never been seen or heard from again.
Wow.
So Fridays are a very, very tough day for my cousin because it was the last day that she actually spoke to Terry Lynn was on a Friday. And I'm sorry.
Okay, take your time, baby.
This has just been a very, very hard time for our entire family, especially for Tony. And we want to make sure that Terry Lynn stays alive. We want to make sure that people know, understand that Terry Lynn is loved, that Terry Lynn, it's not only just a young lady that's 26 years old that's missing. Terry Lynn is a daughter. She's a sister. She's an aunt. She's a cousin. And Terry Lynn doesn't just belong to us anymore. She now belongs to America because Terry Lynn could be your daughter. She could be your sister. She could be your aunt. And there was so much time that was missing because at the beginning, they would not let Mom, my cousin, they would not let her file a missing persons report. So there was valuable time that was missing in order to be able to find her. Also...
Wait, tell me about that. Why wouldn't they let her file a missing persons report?
Because she was not a resident. She was not a resident.
So you can't be missing in this state unless you're a resident in this state. So you have to file it in the state of residency.
Correct. Being that I lived in California, they wouldn't allow me to make the report. My sister, being that she's a resident in New Orleans, she's the one that made the report.
Wow. So, okay, who did she go out with that night?
She was out with some friends that night. And supposedly they left her there.
They left her where? At a club?
They left her at Parlay's Dream Lounge. That was the name of the establishment where she was.
So it was a lounge that they all went to together?
Yes.
But why did they leave her?
Well, one guy said he left because he's in a band, and I believe he had a gig or something that he had to do. So he left early, and he said when he left, she was okay.
And so she was just there by herself hanging out?
She was there. There was a couple of other individuals that were there, also claimed that they left as well. When they left, one individual knocked on the window and asked her was she okay, and he said that she said she was okay, that she would just sleep in her car for a bit, which I'm not buying that. I would have to
sleep in her car.
Yeah, I don't buy that. She was only 10 minutes away from from her home, so there's no way she would have had to sleep in her car.
What do you have a theory? What do you think happened?
What do I think happened?
Yes.
Honestly, I think someone drugged her, and I think someone followed her. I think someone has her. That's what I feel to believe.
Okay.
That's what I feel to believe. I've gone over it over and over a million times, every night, every day. I lay and I think, what could have possibly happened? And that's the only thing that I can think. Someone observed her, someone looked at her, someone followed her, and when opportunity came, someone took her.
What is the police stance on this? What do they
say? At the particular moment, far as I know, the police are baffled. They state they don't know. Once they got the last image of her, which was at the corner of Harrison and Marconi, they don't know what happened to her after that point.
Now, when they said an image of her, was it the car they have an image of?
Yes, yes. An image
this
of
car?
her in the Honda.
And from
yes.
this image, you can't even tell who's driving.
Right, yeah. Not from that. I don't think it's from that actual image, but there was another image that
they have an
showed.
angle where they can see that she's driving the car at that
Yes,
point? Can you
yes.
tell her that she's the only one in the car or not?
For what I can see, yes, but I don't know as far as the back area. I can't see. I couldn't see that, so I really can't say that. I'm not gonna say that.
What was your relationship with her? Would she communicate with you in a situation like this? She wouldn't just up and disappear. So this is unlike something she would do.
This is so unlike my daughter. We talked every day, twice a day. This Saturday is so hard. Every Saturday go by, it's getting harder and harder.
Wow.
Because we talk all day on the phone, all day, and it's just hard.
So you guys put up a reward and everything.
Yes.
Where are these flyers at? How do people see these? Where is it?
The flyers mostly are generated in New Orleans, but we do have a couple of Facebook websites up that the flyers, all the information is on there. There's one particular website that says Prayers for Terry Lynn, and there's another one that says We Love You, Terry Lynn.
So she went missing in New Orleans?
She went missing in New Orleans.
Okay, all right.
She was born out here in California, and she went to school out here. She graduated from Wilson High School in Long Beach, California. She went to California State University of San Bernardino, where she received a degree in liberal studies. Her passion always was to become a teacher ever since the 2nd grade. That's all she wanted to do, was to teach.
Have you guys tried to employ a private investigator for this?
No, we have not.
I mean, because I don't know. I'm sort of thinking that's the way to get more real information.
Right.
Because, especially with black people who disappear, the police don't tend to put a whole lot of energy in trying to find them, and I mean, I'm not trying to be racist, but if this was a little blonde white girl, they would be checking everything and turning over every leaf, and that. And when you look at stuff like Lindsay Lohan and been in jail 45 times and nothing ever happened to her, and she just keeps coming back again and again. So they sort of love their own, but when it comes to black folks, you don't see that real rallying to find the person. So we sort of have to do that one like on our own. So the people who with the $20,000 reward, who's putting that up?
That's Crime Stop, but that has come from numerous donations that's accumulated that, and I believe.
And do you guys have a website set up for her as well?
We do.
What is that site?
That site is www.findterrylynn.com.
Find Terry Lynn. How are you spelling it?
TERRI.
TERRI.
LYNN.
Okay. .com?
FindTerryLynn.com.
So anyone who has any information or anybody who would like to help in finding her could contact you. And who would they contact when they went to that site?
There's a number there. It's 213-207-6965.
Okay.
And they would be able to contact Tony or myself.
Okay.
And they can also donate there. That website also, too, is to help with some of the expenses because Tony is unable to, because of just like what you're talking about, there's not anything that's set there for her to be able to just leave her job for any limited time, to be able to go to where things are actually going on into New Orleans. So she has to really raise money on her own to be able to go back and forth to New Orleans to be able to know what's going on with her daughter. The expense is tremendous. It's staggering being able to do that.
I would see that. I would also think it would be really expensive to try to have private police help find her, too.
Absolutely.
All of that will cost money. So on this site, when people go to the site, have you written up a thing that you want?
Yes, there is a welcome letter there. There's and that money, too, will be to help Tony and to also to be able to hire private investigators to be able to go and do searches that the police, will not or cannot do. The FBI was not involved, but they're now involved.
They're now involved, okay.
And, of course, 3 months later after the fact, they're now involved. So much valuable time has been missed, on when they could have really, really looked for her.
Well, I am very sorry to hear this situation, and my prayers are with you so much, Tony. I can't imagine the pain you're going through. You only have we don't have a lot of time in these segments, so I want you to take a moment and say whatever it is you would like to say into the public and how people can reach you. I do want to reiterate that at www.findterrylynn.com you can be reached, or the phone number 213-207-6965 for Tony. And one thing is, I think people can help generate money to help you in this find, to help you find this woman, this young sister who is certainly worthy of coming back home to her mother and to alleviate your pain. How else will we reach you, or what else would you like people to know?
I just want everyone to know that Terry Lynn is a beautiful individual. If you know her, you will love her. She's beautiful. She's touched so many people in 3 months. I can't even imagine the magnitude. The Facebook page has generated over 2,000 friends of people that have been writing to me, sending me sympathy and, just reaching out to me, wanting to talk to me. I have total strangers coming up to me, wanting to just hug me. This is just unimaginable. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Tony, my daughter.
Do you have an inbox?
I do have an inbox.
Under what name?
Under my name, Tony, Toni. Last name Enclade. Enclade. Enclade.
Okay. We have to wrap this up, but I would just say to anyone out there who's hearing this, if you have any information whatsoever, if you even think you have something, you don't have to be certain of it. If you even think it's something, I want you to reach out to this woman. If there's any way that you could give, any way that you could donate to help with this situation, reach out. And if it's nothing else but to communicate with her and to send your love and your prayers to Tony. And we are praying for you. We'll burn a candle tonight. We'll put our prayers out there. And if there's any other way that we can help, please let us know.
Thank you.
And we do appreciate you. And I appreciate you for bringing this here and bringing it to our attention.
Sure.
God
and
bless
at
you.
this time, we'd like to just tell you, Mr. Colyar, thank you for your time and your effort and having, taken the time to allow us to come on your show. That is huge for us. And we really appreciate all of your time and your effort so very much. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you sharing this with us.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. And I want to hold the picture up just one more time so the folks can see right there. And she's such a beautiful girl. All right. We'll be right back, guys. And please, let's try to help. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
The MIchael Colyar Show. Players in the back, some rooftop, digging the scene with the gangster lean. Yeah, the MIchael Colyar Show.
The real king of comedy, bringing comics out.
Yeah, this is so funny without a doubt. Crenshaw district full of fly misses.
And the players walk during the intermission at the Mavericks flat where the funny cats.
And that cover charge, you won't get it back. Every Monday night, 8:30 sharp.
And make sure you sharp. You can valet park, hit the bar up, get you something to drink.
Holla at a waitress, get you something to eat.
From Chi-Town to LA, it's where you wanna be.
That's where you wanna be.
It's where you wanna be.
The Mavericks flat.
Crenshaw district.
The MIchael Colyar Show.
The MIchael Colyar Show, huh?
Players in the back, some rooftop, digging the scene.
The MIchael Colyar Show, yeah.
Hey, the MIchael Colyar Show.
Yeah. The MIchael Colyar Show.
Yeah.
But wait. I told you it's a 2-drink minimum, right?
Wait. But that's nothing to a player though, right?
Buy you one?
Buy her one. Players in the back, some rooftop, digging the scene with the gangster lean. The MIchael Colyar Show. Players in the back, some rooftop, digging the scene with the gangster lean. The MIchael Colyar Show. Players in the back, some rooftop, digging the scene with the gangster lean.
You with your loud stuff. And we're back. It's the MIchael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late. Oh man, you know, it's kind of hard to go from that segment to this segment because that was really touching, you know, and our prayers really do go out to Tony and to Terry Lynn Monet. We hope we find this sister, and if y'all could do anything to help, please chime in. Please go to the webpage and check it out. Send in your information if you could reach a caller at that number and talk to her or inbox her. We need to find this sister, you know. And now we're going to another sister who is so strong and so wonderful and fabulous, and I just love her. We got Alex Haley's. We got roots. We go way back. You know her. A lot of you know her as the judge from a divorce court. Get your hands together for the fabulous, the lovely Mablean Ephraim. Ooh. All right, she's in the house. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, you look so beautiful. I love these colors. I love the haircut.
Thank you, Michael.
Look really
you
good.
Too.
Yeah.
Debonair, sharp as usual.
What are you doing these days besides the huff? We can get to the huff. What else you doing?
Public speaking. I just came back from Cleveland, Ohio. Just got off the plane late last night from Cleveland, doing a mother-daughter luncheon, and I've been, crossing the globe doing that.
So they hire you to come in and speak to the crowds?
Yes, on family and relationship issues, mother-daughter luncheons, church conventions, women's groups, civic
ever
groups.
legal stuff? Any speak on legal stuff ever?
You know what? That's interesting. No, people don't hire me to speak on legal stuff. I do workshops myself on legal stuff. You know, I do it on custody and support, trying to teach fathers how to get custody of their children. And I did one, I must say, last month over at the Baldwin Hills Plaza, completely free.
Nice.
Me and always complaining.
I like free.
I can't get no child support. I don't know what to do. People not treating me right. How do I get to see my children? I did a free seminar, Baldwin Hills Plaza, open to the public.
Nice.
3 people showed up. I was so angry. 3 people showed up with all of this free information that people pay me a lot of money to get.
That is crazy.
You know that. You paid me.
I know. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And my daughter, incidentally, graduated yesterday. We went to the graduation.
Oh, congratulations.
She was so amazing. We went with the family and hung out with the family, and it was amazing. And her mother and my sweetheart, Kelly, are best friends. My daughter considers Kelly her second mom.
Oh, that's
We
so
went over and had the
wonderful.
meal with her and went to the graduation and exchanged the gifts. It was really something fabulous.
And those are the kind of seminars I do in workshops, trying to teach fathers that you divorce the mother, or you may not even have a relationship with the mother after the pregnancy or whatever, however it goes down, but you don't divorce the child. And you learned that lesson well, and you've been right there in your daughter's life. I can attest. 18 years from day one to now.
That's right.
You
and
know,
most importantly,
and
she knows
father.
it too.
That's
Because
right.
she hugs me and she loves me for real.
She digs you.
Huh?
She digs you.
She digs me.
Yeah, and the other thing I love about it was the court didn't require him to do that. He and the mother decided on their own they were going to work this out.
Yeah.
And it was no fight. We just had to do it legally and get it written up so there wouldn't be any issue, but it was not a battle, and they did not make this daughter the pawn in their relationship. So I applaud Michael for that.
Yay, thank you. I want to give a shout out and applause to the mama, because in all this time she never dogged me to the daughter. And sometimes that's a terrible thing.
That's
Because the one parent that's with the kid will sometimes try to destroy the image of you to the child. And it's not good for the child. Yeah, most of the time it's not good for the child. And my child has really turned out so great because her mother's only spoken good of me, only spoken highly of me, and tried to have us have a relationship. And so and now we've had it. We have a relationship, and it's so sweet, you know. So I really appreciate that. And I love you. So me and you we were doing legal business before they even knew there was a judge in you.
That's right.
Yay, yay. Well, this thing that we do together is wonderful. This is our 11th year or 10th?
This is our 11th year. It's your 10th year. You've only missed 1 year as the MC.
I only missed one. That's true. So 10, it's a big year for me. This is the big 10 for me.
That's right.
And what we're talking about is the Huff Awards. Huff stands for Honoring Unsung Fathers. Mablean and her genius has put together an opportunity to show love to fathers who rarely get their due. Not just your traditional dad, but the dads who are untraditional. And tell us the different categories.
Well, we honor fathers in 5 different categories nominated from the community. The solo warrior, meaning this dad is the single father who's the primary custodial parent of his child or children. We honor the married father who is still in the home, taking good care of his children, assisting the mother in the care of the children, not just being in the home. We honor the divorced father, and we call it fatherhood forever, meaning that you've divorced the spouse, not the children. You're a father forever.
There you go.
We honor the village dad. That's the non-biological father who has not had any children, but who has stepped into the shoes of fatherhood for some child or children. Nice. And then we honor the living legacy. This is the person who's been married to the same woman for at least 45 years, has been a wonderful father, dad, husband, grandfather, village dad, community person, and all of that. And he represents the model, the scale that all of these other fathers, starting with the solo young father, want to ascribe to. So that's the categories.
Wow. And a great, but it's great categories. It's great love. Everything's about family and God, and I keep saying that. Once you get family and God down, everything else takes care of itself. And this program really resonates that ideal. I mean, when we come together for this event, which is fantastic, and if you're an eater, I love food. If you're an eater, you want to be here because it's just 3 long tables of just the most amazing foods in a fantastic hotel and family. You're talking about grandparents, great-grandparents, little bitty kids. Every layer of the family is represented there, and they're there lifting up the father, which is one thing we really should be doing in our community.
Which we should be doing, and I'm trying to teach people to do. I just left one of our facilities. I don't know if I'm allowed to say so. One of our wonderful eating facilities in the community, and the owner of it is a father, a black father, and he was talking about the fact that he and his sons are going to Father's Day together, and how thankful he was and appreciative of the fact that the mother never used the sons as pawns in their game either.
Nice.
And I'm just trying to teach us all to give fathers their due.
Yes.
And to make Father's Day as big of an event as we do for Mother's Day. So when you come to this, it's about bringing your fathers out to enjoy Father's Day. Most of us don't make any plans, and I'm sure there are a lot of you out there now who have made absolutely no plans for Father's Day. So now you don't have an excuse. I don't know where to take them. I don't have anywhere to take them. Yes, you do. You bring them to Mablean from Foundation Honoring Unsung Fathers Awards and Brunch. All you can eat brunch at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. We have every kind of food you imagine.
Every kind of food.
It's all you can eat.
And a bazaar.
We have a vendor's booth. We have most fabulous entertainment, starting with Michael as our MC.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, he does his comic act. We give him a few minutes to do that at the beginning.
I keep it clean.
But he continues throughout. And yes, everything is clean. We also have celebrity presenters. We roll out the red carpet for the fathers. We award scholarships. Our celebrity presenters are Elise Neal and Sherry Headley and Vanessa Williams and Edwina Finley. We have top-notch entertainment.
Love Vanessa Williams.
This year, the original dream girl, Jennifer Holliday.
Yes.
I don't bring you any junk.
She's amazing.
Jennifer Holliday will be entertaining us, along with the fabulous Mike Phillips on saxophone.
Ain't no joke.
He's been around town. Now
Not only
touring
that, you know,
with the
he's
Michael Jackson tour.
Michael Jackson's the Cirque du Soleil.
The Cirque du Soleil. He's part of that. He is fabulous. I mean, he makes that horn talk. It's absolutely fabulous. Elaine Gibbs, who's our local hero. We love her. She was on X Factor, but you see her around town at all of the events. You hear that melodic voice. She and her band provide the music throughout the day. And it's just a wonderful time of sharing.
It's fun.
I don't have any kids, but I'm coming.
Are you?
That's right.
After that,
it's so beautiful. It's so much fun.
Family and friends is sharing.
Okay, I gotta get deep. I gotta ask you a question. And you don't have to answer if I go too deep.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out, why did you put this together? Because I knew your mother. And your mother, every year your mother was there. I don't think I've ever met your father. No. So what made you come up with this Father's Day thing?
I'll be happy to answer that. I came up with that Father's Day thing because of the love of my father. Okay. You didn't meet my father because he died in 1987. Okay. This is my 11th year of doing this. But my mother and father were one. Married 53 years until death parted them. And my father was the type of man that he was the disciplinarian and he was the provider, old school guy. So he provided and he was the disciplinarian. But they were they matched each other. My father said, "You ain't got to work for nobody else, girl. You know, find your own job. Why you got to wait for a paycheck? Go on out there and make your own money." That's what he said to us. My mother says, "Go to college, get an education, get a good job." So they matched us. Mom was like, "Get the education." Daddy's like, "Go work for yourself." So I got the education and I worked for myself. So it was a wonderful balance. And so they shared the joy of raising 9 children. 10 was born, 1 died right after birth. I'm number 9 of 10. They shared the joy of raising all of us. There was never the conflict. And I enjoyed the love and relationship of a father and a mother. And I know what it means to have a father. I mean, I knew without a shadow of a doubt as a young girl that I was protected, that nobody was going to mess with me because Daddy and 5 brothers
were right there.
Y'all
had y'all own game.
We had it. But more importantly, as a little girl, I knew and I felt, my dad's protection, particularly because my father from the get-go, he didn't allow teachers to spank us. not a male teacher. No male person could put their hands on his little girls.
That's right.
Now, the female teachers could spank us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so he didn't mind the discipline from other people, but not a man. Don't put your hands on my baby girl.
Perfect sense to me.
So, yeah.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Makes perfect sense to me. And so many girls don't have that. Yeah. But I know the joys of fatherhood. And then having clients like you when I was a private attorney, and I represented a lot of men who were good fathers, who wanted custody of their children, who were not trying to avoid the responsibility of raising their children. But America was just making it seem, when I started this in the 2004, it was just so much stuff about deadbeat dads, absent fathers, no good men. And I was tired of that. I was tired of hearing it. It's like, no, there are men out here who are great fathers. We need to recognize that. You women who are using your children as pawns, we need to stop that. And I'm just trying to foster a relationship where we strengthen our family relationships. I believe in the household, if it's fathers, mothers working together, and then the children. But the Bible says, honor thy father and thy mother. And it seems to be twisted in our society where we only honor mother. So I am trying to get it back together to make our family stronger and honor both father and mother.
Well, let me say this. First, let's applaud you. And secondly, in creating Honoring Unsung Fathers, you actually honor your father.
Yes.
And, you know, I've never heard this conversation from you.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really glad I've asked you this question. And now I'm even prouder to be doing this thing. And when do we do it?
We do it on Father's Day, June 16th,
where?
Hyatt Regency Hotel, Long
And how do
Beach.
they contact you?
All right, get your tickets at huffawards.com, HUFAWARDS.com. One more time, HUFAWARDS.com. Or call us at 323-445-6669. That's 323-445-6669.
You are beautiful. I appreciate you so much. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be excellent. And, you know, I cut short my date so I can be there. Because, you know, I'm doing 6 shows in Dayton. We cut it short so I can fly in Sunday morning to be there to work with you. And I'm so looking forward to it. God bless you.
We are too. I could say if BT can have Steve Harvey every year, Judge Mablean can have Michael Colyar.
Every year. That's right. God bless you. Thank you. All right. We'll be right back. It's the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late. All right. And we're black. It's the Michael Colyar Morning Show.
I get up late.
And now I'm sitting here mad. Cause Lee England Jr., I've been trying to track him down to bring him in to perform at my show. He showed up with the damn music, but he ain't gonna perform.
Upset.
This is crazy because you have to actually, I mean, when we hear the music, it's going to be brilliant. You're a genius. There's no question of that. But to actually see him play it is watching the art in motion, and that. So you're gonna have to vow to us.
I'm coming back.
That will you come back and you will actually play. Okay, all right, okay. He's off the hook, ladies and gentlemen. Lee, how long you been doing this?
My whole life.
Your whole life. And it sounds like it. When I watch you play, it feels and sounds like you've been doing it forever. Like you was born with the bow in your hand.
Pretty much.
Wow. And so this new piece, you have a piece now that we're about to listen to.
Yeah. It's called Stay. It's a cover of a Rihanna tune.
Of a Rihanna tune called Stay.
Yeah.
And you've done this composition we're hearing right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come back and talk to you.
Yeah.
But right now we're going to stop and listen to Stay. Okay, keep talking. Okay, well, good. I love to keep talking. So where you from? My home?
Chicago.
Chicago? South Side?
Chicago.
Wait, what's that?
Waukegan.
Waukegan, that ain't really.
I mean, but I say
Chicago,
Waukegan to you, but everybody else.
Okay, but everybody else say Chicago. But and being from Chicago, I know what Waukegan is. I don't remember when they had, niggas in Waukegan. But okay, black people in Waukegan. No, they've been there for a while. Are you old enough to remember Svengoolie? It was a scary show on TV called the Screaming Yellow Theater, and he would come on and sing Svengoolie, he's uptight, he's outside, he's out of sight, and then they would always yell out different cities, and somebody would call and say, well, I'm from Waukegan, and the people would say, Waukegan? You remember this show? Okay, well, welcome. We're going to hear your piece now, and it's called Stay by Lee England Jr.
This is a Lee England Jr. production.
That's easy button.
You're fabulous.
Man.
Wow.
I love you.
That's
This is great.
crazy.
Now, what is it going to be on your new album?
That's just a new project I'm working on with the Soul Orchestra. So you can go a whole
wait.
nother-
What's the Soul Orchestra? I don't know about them.
Soul Orchestra, you're not gonna know nothing about them just yet.
Really? Oh, you keep that kind of under wraps?
Yeah.
But are they at least black?
There's gonna be
Everybody.
Yeah.
Because soul is universal.
Yeah.
Oh, he got coming here with secrets. We don't even know. You know that make me want to know more now because he won't tell me. Well, I'm so honored that you came and did this for me because, like, you know, I had to run out of here at 4, and you it was last minute.
It's all
and
good.
Thank Ty Patterson, your manager, for finding you and getting you out the studio. Because he told me he was in the studio today,
Yeah.
and you came over to do this. So, what, 2 weeks? How about 2 weeks from now?
That's fine.
Okay, 2 weeks from now, my producer's listening to this out there. 2
Hey,
weeks from now, you're going to
I'll
come
be here.
and bring the actual acts
Yeah.
and do it.
Yeah.
Hey, tell them whatever you want to know, where you are, how to reach you.
Well, my name is Lee England Jr. I'm the soul violinist. I can be found on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the same thing. Lee England Jr. LeeEnglandJr.com. That's where I'm at.
And that album of yours is amazing. What is the name of it?
Cover art.
Cover art. So check it out. Check him out. You're going to be hearing so much more about him. Soon they're going to give me my own real TV show, and y'all can get a chance to see him all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's Mr. Lee England Jr. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Huh?
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be right back. Bye.
Lee, that was beautiful.
black. My name is Andrew Tyree. Michael Colyar had to step out, but this is the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late. And we are here with our next guest, Brookshire.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing amazing.
Brookshire is a radio personality, right? Television show host I have on here.
Yes.
Actor. You do anything in music? Do you dance?
I used to dance at Alvin Ailey. Used to train there back in the early 20s.
How did I know? I just guessed that. That's not even on here.
Yeah.
I just guessed. Yeah.
Yep. I do all those things, and of course, a motivational speaker. I like to make sure that I'm enlightening people on life as much as possible. That's kind of what I do.
Man, so you do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So what's the radio show about?
Well, I have two. BK Experience is the first show, and it's basically kind of like along the lines of an Oprah's life class, I would say, where me and my good friend Kaya Redford, he's a neuro-linguistic programming master.
Whoa.
So that's NLP, so it's a study of human excellence.
Wow. Okay.
So he's like a Tony Robbins,
Right.
but
awesome.
he teaches people how to be the Tony Robbins.
Got it.
Okay.
So we do the show together where we bring on, we teach a lot of different concepts through the filter of NLP. And of course, we do the interviewing section where we interview a lot of different guests, where the thought leaders. We just had on a great prophet, Jackie London, that came on yesterday when we were talking about what is the soul, what is her definition of God, is there angels, what do we do when we die, things of that nature, like
all that esoteric,
right,
higher level stuff.
there.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying, kind of
like
thing.
that.
So, and then the next show is Real Talk with Brookshire, which is more of a friendlier show, where we're kind of gearing towards artists, performers. So we're bringing on executive producers, we're bringing on, A&R people that are in the industry, and then we also have live performances because we are ASCAP, BMI, and CSAG affiliated.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we're putting people music out there. So that's kind of what I do on those two shows. Along with I'm a media proprietor, which is Love 92.3 FM. So LOV 923 FM is my radio station. It's a magazine talk radio station. Okay. So basically what we do is we build radio stations for magazines online, so giving them a voice.
Okay.
Because a lot of times these magazines are dying.
Right.
Print and ink
Absolutely.
costs a lot of money.
Yes.
Yes.
And they already have followers and they already have advertisers, so why not give them a voice? And so that's what Magazine Talk Radio do. We give them a voice, and Love is our first station. And so we kind of continue to extend that out.
Now that's interesting. So who comes on from the magazine to talk about it? Is the editor, or is it like people
Well,
from the magazine?
it's not necessarily anybody from the magazine that comes on. We'll basically build a station. So say, for instance, Vogue.
Yeah.
Vogue will have VOG 107.5. So to take everything that Vogue is and basically give them a voice.
Gotcha.
So it's not necessarily, we have people from the magazines come on also.
Right.
However, it's more of building a station platform for the magazine. So therefore, the magazine doesn't have to just go out of business. Not with having advertisers and viewers. It just gives them an added advantage. They can create from that place, have a .com and continue to create. Anything with a voice can sell itself.
On a different tier. Repeat the website again.
LOV923FM.com. LOV923FM.com.
That's awesome.
That is the station.
So artistry is in your blood.
It's in my blood. I'm definitely a creative being. From the age of 6 years old, I say when the Lord first touched me, it made the headlines. A photographer came up and it made the front page and of the headlines. So I've always felt like I'm supposed to be in this business. I was cooking from the age of 4 years old and doing orientation speeches from the age of like 5, 6 years old. So I've always been speaking, entertaining, and doing things for people, and it just kind of, as I got older, I realized it's more of where I'm supposed to be.
There you go.
It sounds like
there you
it,
go.
right?
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Now is that from your parents? Do you think that's from your parents, or better question, influences?
Well, I come from, I have probably about 17 aunties, so definitely, I'm from the South, so everybody can cook and throw down, so I was
Where
able
at
to
in
get
the South? Where at
North Carolina.
I spent some time in North Carolina.
Yes. Big shout outs to NC.
Greensboro.
Yes.
Okay.
All of NC, but I'm from Jacksonville, North Carolina. Okay. We're one of the biggest military towns is in that area. So from there, each auntie has a special dish. So, if you got 17, that's 17 dishes when you get their favorites. You feel me?
And you got to eat it.
Right. And so it's always been that. It's so funny. I was actually looking at a younger picture of myself and my family when I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was like, wow. I can only imagine like my mom letting that little boy cook, grocery shop, and do everything else at 4 or 5 years old. I'm like, Mom, you were lazy.
She was strategic.
Right? She's like, I'm setting you up for the future.
She was strategic.
I appreciate it,
Listen,
Mama.
you can't wait on somebody else.
Right, you
Especially
can't.
not these new age women.
Oh my goodness! I thank God.
That's true.
Okay, that I know how to burn and know how to throw. But that is one of my questions that I ask when I go. I was like, "Can you cook? Are you just cute?"
Yeah, listen. It's a good question.
Yes.
Right.
I'm not so mad at the women who can't cook. I'm mad at the women who aren't willing to learn.
Right.
I understand if you got the short end of the stick and nobody taught you.
Okay, that's different.
But
Yeah.
if your face scrunches up.
Right. Like,
when I say pancakes, now
you can cook.
Now this dinner's gonna be Dutch, and this is gonna be the last one.
Yeah. It's nothing like a home cooked meal. I mean, for me, that is a weight on my heart, a home cooked meal, because I'm always the one cooking home cooked meals. So therefore, I mean, I do enjoy making sure that I do cook on a consistent basis and trying out new foods and seeing what people's facial expressions when they first eat it, like when they taste my sweet glazed carrots, and they be like, these taste like sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't do gumbo.
Really?
No. Well, at least I haven't.
She does, so I could.
Did you see the disappointment? The disappointment was.
But isn't gumbo more of like a New Orleans type of?
Yeah, but I thought you knew how to.
Southern. I'm like a Southern cuisine.
Southern cuisine.
Soul
okay.
food.
Soul food.
Okay.
Got you.
But see, I was a doer certified personal trainer also, so I learned how to kind of feed it through my cooking through like a healthier.
So you got a healthy
I still use butter.
Okay.
You gotta use butter.
Little salt.
Little grease, little salt.
No,
You know,
salt to
margarine
flavor.
is like 2 molecules away from being plastic. Like you can't use margarine. You gotta
I
use
use
real
butter.
butter.
Yeah, I use real
Don't
butter.
use margarine.
I've used margarine too.
butter.
I've used it because it melt a little quicker.
I'm trying to gain weight, so I have to eat
It does, but then it starts to sizzle. That pop don't feel good.
Right.
That's the plastic component.
I just ask the good Lord to bless it as it comes down, as it
Right.
goes down, that it flows out right, comes
Yeah.
in right, flows out right.
Okay.
That's the plan.
So let me ask you this, because I know with myself, when I moved to LA, the first time I moved here, I came back twice.
Right.
I was doing so many things. I was acting, I was doing spoken word, I was still singing, I was going to school full time, and I burnt out super quick.
Right.
I had to leave. That's how I ended up in Greensboro for a year, and then I came back a little more focused. When you came, did you feel the same thing? Like, because you do a lot of stuff. Do you
This
ever
was
feel like
home
it's
for
too
me.
much? This was home.
This was home for me.
Okay.
I've always done a lot. I believe in a calendar. I believe in planning and writing things down and putting check boxes by it
Right.
and getting things done. I believe in understanding what realistically I can do for that day and being happy with what I do that day and then extending it out. I do understand that. Oh, let me say this. I do believe in delegation. I believe that once you have the right idea, your goal is to be able to articulate that idea to someone else that will want to be a part of it, so
Correct.
you can delegate that.
Correct.
I do
Yeah.
believe that once you have the right idea, you attract like-minded individuals, the different components that you know that fit, like Voltron, that will
Right.
fit to your machine.
Exactly.
And you just got to be able to know how to communicate that information to them for them to want to be a part of it. I'm a firm believer of always having the money, because you know how people get busy and they get too busy because you ain't paying them sometimes. So can you do that favor? They love it, but so I definitely believe in having the funding. But I have not got burned out. I had some situations where my vision was bigger than my bank account sometimes, and that became a little bit unique when that happened. But I do know the power of prayer and sowing. I'm a firm believer that when it comes to that, if I have $5, I'm going to put 3 or 4 of them into a place that it can be planted, a church or organization that's going to be benefiting, because I believe in seed, tithing, offerings. I believe that, and I believe that it will create other baby dollars, and as far as to come back from it, and or the resources will come where people want to give you their time, attention, and energy, for the same thing that you would have paid for. So, as far as in challenges, I've definitely went through challenges. At 20 years old, I had to teach myself how to read. I had a learning disability as far as in reading out loud. So at 20 years old, I got on the phone with my best friend, and from the book The Giver, and sat on the phone every day and read out loud and taught myself how to read. Now, one of the things that I do also is I'm a tenant activist, meaning because there's 98% of people right here in LA that are being evicted out of their homes, and 98% meaning they'll do a what they call a settlement, and that that settlement usually means that you leaving in 30 days.
Correct. True.
Right. You just got a little more time. And most of them are they just don't understand. And I had situations where it came into me. So I went from being basically not able to really read fully out loud and having a reading disability to writing 150-page motions briefs for court.
That touches my heart.
And defending other people in that capacity. So
that's right.
I just believe that, whenever you fall into your purpose, I think whenever you fall into your purpose, just like a seed, when that seed is there, that seed is not just an oak tree, but it's also a forest in that seed. And I think once you fall into your purpose, everything that is supposed to be in there, if you give yourself the surrendering of allowing yourself to be, falls in line with that also.
Brother,
awesome.
That's
a
Gosh,
great
that touched
story.
my heart. Yeah,
one of the best, and it rings true.
Yeah.
It rings really, really true. So
Right.
before we wrap this up, if you had one thing that you could do, like at the end of the day, this was going to be the way you wanted your life to be, all the money they were going to pay you to do it, how'd it look? What would you be doing?
Well, honestly, I would be continuing in the philanthropy aspect. I believe that I see the talk shows as just like my buddy Oprah, as just a classroom to be able to speak to more people. So I'm a firm believer in the philanthropy of education, of giving the money to the right places, and of course teaching people how to fish, not just giving them the fish. So that's what I would want to be able to do: tour this world, creating businesses, giving people opportunity, jobs, things of that nature, and then motivating, educating them on how to stay focused and how to live their dreams to the fullest, because it is so possible. And not only is it possible, everything starts with imagination first, and that is the breeding ground for your dreams.
Sure.
So as long as you can imagine yourself doing it, like my mom and me say all the time, there's always another you on the other side. So if you can see that you,
correct, that's awesome.
You can reach for it.
Tell the folks
that
where
was
they can
powerful.
find you.
Yes, so you can definitely find me. All of my people out there, definitely tweet me.
Tweet it.
Brookshire
Tweet it.
123. That's Brookshire 123. Very, very simple. Of course, Brookshire Lafayette. You can find me on Facebook, Brookshire. Of course, you can Google me, Brookshire Lafayette, Brookshire. YouTube me, Google me, Bing me, as they say now. And then, of course, LOV923.com. You can hit me up there. And then, of course, every Sunday from 6 to 7:45 p.m., you can find me also on LA Talk Live and on Love923.com on my shows.
It was a pleasure to meet you, man.
That was awesome.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you again.
Yes.
I'm Andrew Tyree. This is the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Awesome.
And we're black. It's the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I get up late. Well, we're not all black. Not this
No,
side.
not
this
right
side. In the
now,
studio
yeah.
right now, we have an amazing comedian, Sherwin Arae. How you doing, Sherwin?
Good. Good to be here. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. A little tired, but I'm good. So, from what I gather, you are one of the funniest people in LA right now. This is what I heard.
I'm getting there.
This is what I heard.
I appreciate it.
Iranian, right?
Yeah. I was born in Tehran, unfortunately. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm kidding. Comedy is jokes.
And now you're located here. You're local in LA.
Yeah.
And you're on the scene.
Yeah, I'm on the scene. I'll be headlining Maverick's Flat tonight with
Okay.
Michael.
Okay.
Michael show.
Yeah, so that show's always been really
You guys
funny,
should go
so-
out. Maverick Flats, 8 p.m. Michael Colyar Extravaganza.
Yeah, come on out. It's a hell of a show, and a lot of people turn out. It's a lot of fun. So if
Yeah.
you guys are in the neighborhood, definitely come out. It's a great show.
All right. So how did you find comedy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, let's get right in it.
I come from a very big family, and
Okay.
growing up, I started impersonating my father and my uncles. I mean, one time, my father showed up to one of my baseball games when we first moved here from Iran, and my father didn't really speak much English.
Right.
So he showed up to one of my baseball games, and he saw that the American parents were cheering the kids on. So when he saw that, he tried to cheer me on, but he did it in Farsi and just terrified everybody on the field. And like Little League was never the same ever since. So from that point on, I used to start I would impersonate how he went about doing that. And then it just started to grow, and people were like, well, can you impersonate this guy? And can you
And it just
impersonate your
went on.
uncle?
Yeah.
And it just grew and spread and spread. And then little by little, I just got into comedy. And then finally, I just tried it once, and I fell in love.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So but you didn't take the act or the road that most comedians take. A lot of comedians, they kind of get into early and they don't really finish school. You got your MBA.
Yeah, I got a bachelor's, a master's, and an MBA. I mean, education in my house was very, very strict. So, I telling my parents I wanted to be a comedian was just completely, it was not
Right.
going to happen. So I finished school, I went off to work in corporate America, and I just, it's cool, but it's very restricting.
Confining, right?
Sitting behind
cubicle.
that's exactly it. Sitting behind a cube,
Yeah.
you just feel like a caged bird.
With your hand sanitizer.
Yeah, that's exactly
And your stapler.
it. Yeah.
Swing line. And some swing line stapler.
That's exactly it, And so from there, I said, you know what? I want to try comedy. My friends kept pushing me to do it. I said, I'm going to give it a shot. And I remember I did 5 minutes of material like Caroline's on Broadway. And I was so
New York.
nervous. I was so nervous. I peed about 27 times before I went on stage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, they said, Sherwin, you're on next. You ready? I was like, no.
Yeah, I'm still
I
peeing.
can't go.
I'm still peeing.
Yeah, there's a lot more left. So,
Yeah. So what made you come to LA? So you were doing comedy in New York, and then
Yeah, so little by little, my family started to migrate out to Los Angeles from the East Coast because you're blessed with 70-degree Februaries here.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I was the last one that was left on the East Coast, and so finally I gave in to the guilt trip. They kept asking me, Sherwin, come out. And I said, you know what? I'll try. What's the worst that can happen? I don't like it. Fine. So I came out here, and it's been nothing but blessings.
Good stuff.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah,
So,
it's
but
been great.
you grew up in New York?
Yeah, I grew up just on the outskirts of New York in a
Okay.
small town called Stamford. It's actually in Connecticut, but
Okay.
not many people know where that is. So
Okay.
I tell them, for me, comedy started in New York City.
Okay. So
Yeah.
black neighborhood, white neighborhood?
That's the interesting question. When we moved here, I lived in an all-white neighborhood, but there was one black family in the neighborhood, and they were neighbors with me, and they had a son named Phil, who was my same age. And being the Iranian couple or the Iranian family in the neighborhood, I was so happy to see that Iranians weren't the only ones that put plastic covers on their furniture.
Oh.
It was great because we already had something in common. It was a
Right.
thing. Phil and I hit it off, and I would hang out with Phil every single day. And so I was raised around black people from a young age, but not many people know that about me. I guess now everybody knows.
Now
that.
everybody knows. Now everybody knows. All 45 of us. Have you ever fallen asleep on a plastic covered couch?
I
And
have.
Had your
and
ear
the lips
suction
get
cup.
stuck. Yeah, it's
like suction cups.
It's an interesting experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you can't take the covers off.
No.
I tried it.
No, those are bolted on.
It didn't
there.
work out.
It didn't work.
Those are
Yeah.
put on to stay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I wonder why people do that.
You have the sharp little edges when you finally.
So where did you go to school?
Well, I went to the University of Connecticut, where I got my bachelor's in information systems.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to Albertus, where I obtained my master's and my MBA.
That's awesome. And so were you doing comedy the whole time, or did you finish school first and then you?
No, I started comedy after I finished school.
After.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you want it to lead to acting? Have you done any acting?
I've done some light acting. I just shot a pilot with Mike, as a matter of fact. And I also shot my own sketch, which you guys will be seeing soon. It's called Sherwin's First Trip to America, where I get off the plane from Iran, and the security and the customs agents they're not fond of Iranians.
Okay.
So the first thing I wanted to do was get an American haircut.
Nice.
So they send me into like a dangerous neighborhood to get the haircut. So I
Nice.
walk into the old school barber shop,
Yeah.
and they're scared of me, I'm scared of them, and the two worlds just kind
I like it.
of collide. And yeah, it's
That's
really
not light
great.
acting. The light acting are the people who are doing monologues in their bathroom. That's light acting in LA. You're
Yeah.
actually doing some work. So
Right.
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, it's getting
Do you
there.
have any impressions that you do like some favorite ones that we can
I
hear?
do. I can do Cat Williams. I can do.
I would love to hear
Please,
that. Yes.
please, let's get some Cat Williams in.
Cat Williams.
Yes.
Okay. Well, one time I was fortunate enough to do a show with him, and I parked in his parking spot by accident because I was so excited that I was going to get to meet this guy. That I got to the club 2 hours early, and I parked in his spot.
Yeah.
And I look in my rearview mirror, and Cat Williams jumps out of his limo and he goes, "Excuse me, player. You with the eyebrows? I don't know how y'all do things in Arabistan. I really don't. But here in America, when a pimp has his blinker on." I said, "Cat, I apologize, but I didn't see your blinker. I know you seen it because it's halogen pink. I installed it myself." Holla if you hear me, clap if you feel me.
That is
like
so him.
I like
Yes.
it. That's perfect. That's perfect. You got one more? 30 seconds. You got one more to do?
You could probably impersonate us now.
Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, get it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Colyar, got to do his, his
please.
impersonation.
Yes.
Michael Colyar impersonation.
Michael,
Let's
the
go.
first time Michael ever saw me perform, he wanted to critique my set afterwards. So
Yes.
he came up and he took the mic and he goes, "If you watch that motherfucker there, if you watch that girl for him, you know that all you got to do is have clever material and deliver it, and the crowd is going to love you."
That is Michael Colyar, the pimp. And we love it. That's perfect. So if you could paint a picture of the perfect life, they're going to pay you to do exactly what you love, what would it look like?
Stand-up comedy,
Stand-up
100%.
comedy.
Yeah, I want to hit stages. I want to do hour specials. I want to hit every city. Comedy is my life. It's what I'm born to do.
You know what? And you say it. I believe it.
Me
You know
too,
what I mean?
yeah.
The way you
That's
say
all
it.
I want to do in my life is just make people laugh.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So tell people where they can find you.
Well, I'll be at Mavericks Flat tonight. Wednesday, I'll be at the J Spot on Manchester. And Saturday, I'll be at the Comedy Union. Then following Tuesday, I'll be at Esau McGraw's show on Tuesday at the Comedy Store. You can find me on Twitter at Sherwin Arae. That's A-R-A-E is my last name. And also on Facebook, same thing, Sherwin Arae, A-R-A-E.
That's perfect.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So before we get out of here, real quick, next week, tune in, everybody. We'll have Jacob Lusk on the show doing some singing.
Yes.
That'll be awesome. Everybody, make sure you go out to Maverick Flats tonight.
Tonight.
All right, to support. And I think that's it. Do we have anything else we need to talk about?
That's
No. You guys have been listening to the Michael Colyar Morning Show. I'm Andrew Tyree.
I'm Nina.
And I get up late. See you next week.